Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic. We are still in Stone Talon today, and unluckily for this fellow, we are hunting Venture Company loggers. So he kind of walked right into our hands. He just didn't know what he was up against, I guess. And good morning, how is everybody today? I hope that you're all doing well. And I wanted to point out that at least while we're here together hanging out in this place, we're not self-isolating, we are actually together. And that's a good feeling, I think. To be able to have during these times when we can't really leave our houses. Well, we can. We just have to catch a lot of side-eye and, depending on where you live, face certain consequences. Places I have been to in the last 2 weeks, other than work, which is done now that we're working from home, it's all done. I have been to the grocery store. And I can't think of any other inside places that I've been in the last 2 weeks, where humans might get together for any purpose other than walking up and down aisleways looking for toilet paper that no longer exists.
It's too far away.
So in other words, TLDR, I'm glad that you guys are here hanging out with me. It's definitely nice to have a place to go and things to do in a world with less places to go and less physical things to do. I feel like we were also looking... Oh, we were looking for an operator because we need plans to a shredder. On one of their operators. So, are the operators just going to be goblins that are named something different? Or are they going to be operating like an actual mech of some kind? I don't see anybody operating mechs. Let's look for oh, look at that. There we go. Operator. We learned from the Ghost Kodo that reading names is important. These guys are level 19, which is pretty low.
That spell isn't ready yet.
We have some damaged gear that we're going to have to repair pretty soon. At this level, it probably wouldn't matter too much, but we're going to repair it before it breaks. When it breaks, you lose all the stat bonuses associated with that piece of gear.
I need a target.
So for instance, if our pants break, they would turn red and we would lose the +2 intellect and +2 stamina that we are right now getting from those pants. So we don't want to let our gear break. It's not a good look like in any other RPG where your gear can break. We have 2 guys here. I didn't see one of them because of the log.
Charging.
And I don't know how we're going to do with this.
I'm out of range.
Oh, I can't even... Oh, we're so dead! Well, that was a shit show. That's not too far away, though. Yeah, I haven't had any caffeine yet today. And it's no doubt going to show through for a few minutes here. And some of you are out there and you're thinking, Robert, that's why WoW created V-bars and floating nameplates. Because it lets you see guys that are hiding behind logs. Yeah, I know, but we wouldn't have been able to see that guy in reality anyway. So it's, to me, absolutely fine that he jumped us, called a bunch of his friends, and walloped us. It's absolutely fine. Because that's exactly what would have happened, because it's what did happen. That's the great thing about it. But now we've learned a lesson. And we can be more careful about these logs. Which they're just kind of hanging out behind, I guess. Which makes sense, because they are loggers. Damn, casting these buffs takes a ton of mana. Look at that. I would say that's almost an unnecessary amount of mana for it to take. That looks disturbing. Yeah, we've got these guys behind us we have to be careful of, but I think we're okay. Let's see if we can grab this logger by himself. Maybe? He's not running at us because he is a ranged guy. Exclusively a thrower of axes. Okay, this guy's coming at us though. Sort of. In a similar vein, he's an axe thrower. Are all the loggers axe throwers? I don't know if I noticed that.
My mana is low.
Sure is. Well, let's be smart and get our mana back before we wander over there into a horde of goblins. Plenty of loggers and deforesters, but not really a lot of operators, unless they're mainly somewhere else. I just realized that the V-bars were on, probably from when I was tooling around on the warrior, I guess. Whoops. No, I definitely did not see that guy. If you were wondering. If it wasn't obvious, I didn't see that guy. He blended right into everything else. It's possible that, yeah, a lot of things are possible. It's possible that I just simply wasn't paying enough attention. I guess no, the names aren't on. They're only on when we're targeting and attacking. Okay. For a minute I thought I had managed to change all of my settings when on the warrior, but no, I think everything else is the same as it was. Alright, it's great that there's so many loggers. I just really need to find some operators. And we haven't really seen any, besides the one. Yeah, I think that mana shield is pretty much amazing, just to be able to absorb a bunch of damage whenever we need to. Alright, let's get our mana back, and then we're going to want to check out maybe a different area of this place, like maybe over by some of these other machines that we can see. Might be a better place to look. Besides at the mill, where predominantly at a mill you're probably going to find loggers. And then the deforesters are fire mages of some kind. I'm kind of concerned that we'll be sent back to kill them as well. Oh, look at that. On a separate quest, but we'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky and that won't happen.
I need to target something first.
Well, we're not going to do anything about this guy right now. We're going to wait on that. Because he's an elite. Probably need him for some kind of quest. Let's head toward this machine in the distance here that's like gripping a tree trunk. I'm not sure what's going on here, but this location might be important to think about for future quests. XT9. Okay, well, that doesn't really help us, but maybe it will down the road. I don't see anybody around this thing. For some reason I thought there might be... Oh, wait. Yes, okay. I was gonna say, for some reason I thought there might be people, you know, working it or operating it. Like operators might do. It looks like we've gotten lucky with that. We could walk right up the tread, it looks like. That's an interesting place to have a tread. I really don't understand, but it's fine. Ooh, that was close. Almost pulled that deforester. We do need to loot him. So we're probably gonna have to kill the deforester anyway. Well, we got a shoulder piece for leather, but no blueprints for the Reaper 6000. Let's head up. We saw at least one other operator up here, so still have a chance. That worked out nicely. Had just enough room for the blink. Oh no, maybe it didn't. It totally worked out like shit. That's what it did. It worked out like absolute shit. That's what I get for opening my mouth. That's what I get for blinking on an unexplored giant ass tank forester destroyer thing. Okay guys, yeah, you can totally give up on me now. I'm a lost cause out here. This operator doesn't want to quit. Oh, we probably could have taken her out actually if we'd spun about fast enough and shot off a fire blast. But it's okay, she's reset now. We know better than to blink down a long corridor into the unknown. And we got away. We didn't. Thank you, Frost Armor, for slowing everybody down, for getting us the hell out of there. So we're just gonna take her. If anything, I'll pull her down here by jumping off this ledge. That is, if we could get like the decent shot we had before. Which, oh, here we go. Okay, now she's gonna have to go around, I think. Yep. And she should run any minute.
Not ready yet.
No blueprints. A low drop rate coupled with a low spawn rate. That's not good. Now we know there are a bunch of guys up here. What we don't know is how can we pull just like one of them? Are they patrolling? It looks like they are. Yeah, we really don't know what's up there, but that is an operator. And we can't go anywhere this way. As cool as that seems. And it is... Oh no! Oh shit. Back around we go. Alright, let's see if we can pull this guy, shall we? Come on. Can I get you from here? No. Yeah, we're at like our worst disadvantage here. We have no room. What is happening? Oh shit. Yeah, we just have no room to operate. I don't dig it, to say the least. Let's just see if we can pull out just this guy by just kiting the shit out of him. You guys both need to stay away from me. You need to die. You need to die too, actually, but I don't think we're gonna have the mana for it. We could evocate if he'd get the off of us for a minute. Alright, let's evocate. Let's put up our mana shield. Everything else looks good. I'm not blinking right now so that I don't accidentally blink into more bad guys. So, oh, we got the blueprints. And for that pull, I mean, we deserve the blueprints. And so where did these turn into? Physics? And he was... Well, he wasn't too far away, I don't think. Let's go see if we can find him. No, no, piss off, spider. You piss right off. After we fought so many spiders that time, I have no stomach for slaughtering more. But this guy's always hanging out right outside Viz's hut. Fizz? Is his name Fizz? We're gonna find out. I hate goblin names. Ziz physics.
Time is money, friend.
We did find your plans, actually. Hey, is this what I think it is? Great. Now, let's see. How am I supposed to understand this stuff? Can't figure out the way gnomes think. Let me tell you, I'm surprised they could build the wheel, let alone those flying machines they like so much. This envelope has all the information I was able to snatch as they booted me out the door. Venture company, internal documents, some manuals, technical things. Oh, and of course the Super Reaper 6000 blueprints. Sputtervalve has taken up residence at Ratchet in the Barrens. Shouldn't have much trouble finding him. He's a little green fellow. Deliver the sealed envelope to Sputtervale in the Barrens.
Have a good one.
Yeah, we can do that for a couple of reasons. The main reason is that, you know, we still have our hearth set there. This didn't chain into anything else, so let's go ahead and head back. We need a couple more loggers. We might have finished them up while we were up there, but I wasn't sure if this quest was going to send us back for that XT9 robot that we had seen. I wouldn't put it past them to still send us back for that at some point. We'll just have to wait and see. But I want to get that turned into Ratchet. Someone had reminded me in a comment about Hillsbrad, and they asked, why haven't you gone to Hillsbrad? And my thought was, well, I kind of forgot about Hillsbrad. I got really burned out on the game while in Silverpine Forest for some reason. I don't really remember why. I think it was because a lot of the quests were all very, very far from each other. And I just had things going on, and every time I logged in I had this long journey to figure out where I even needed to be. And I just started to get a little burned out. So when I came to the Barrens, it was like a fresh start on the character, sort of. And then I forgot about Hillsbrad entirely. I think we're pretty close to being at the level we want to be to start in Hillsbrad. I think we could go there now, but I think if we go there at level 24 or 25, that might put us at a little bit more of an advantage. But I really do want to go into Hillsbrad. That's like one of my favorite zones, so... I also plan to try to get a Shadowfang Keep run in on this character before we're too much higher of a level. We already might be pretty high. Shadowfang Keep, I think most of the mobs are, what, level 19 to 22? Trying to remember from the run we did on the Warrior. And in the Warrior run we were too high of a level and everyone in our group was too high, and it wasn't really challenging, and I don't really like it when the group is overpowering the content. I don't find that enjoyable dungeon content. At the same time, I don't like... We did a Wailing Caverns run recently where the tank, like, range pulled really, really slowly and even unnecessarily. And I understand being careful as a tank myself, but then you also have to think about, like, the pacing for those long dungeons and look at your healer's mana and just say, you know, can I pull, like, by running in? Or do I have to do these long line of sight pulls every single time? And he was just all about the line of sight pulls. And that just made an already long dungeon a lot slower, and that we had a few interesting pulls, but I feel like more speed. I feel like as a tank you can kind of determine the pacing, and if it's not challenging enough you can create challenge. And if you're careful you can create engaging challenge that doesn't overpower the group, if that makes sense. And that's kind of why I like tanking in 5-mans, instead of being along for the ride. Alright, I could have already killed this guy. Obviously I've been a little distracted and babbling on. Because we probably could have... And the gnomes blend in so well to the environment that I probably have walked past like 6 foresters. Loggers, rather. We need one more logger, and I think this turns in out front of the zone? Is that right? I don't think it turns into Ziz. We'll check out the quest information and see if it says. Before I hearth back to the crossroads. Alright, let's take a look. Yeah, it looks like this just turns back in out front to Cirith Stonebreak. Where are we exactly? That's almost the same run from here as it is from the crossroads. And here I'm just like in goblin trouble. But the point of going back, yeah, the point of getting back to the crossroads, so we'll go to the crossroads and then we'll go to Ratchet. We'll turn this other quest in, and we have deep moss spider eggs we need to turn in as well. And I think that goes to Ratchet or the Crossroads. We could find out, but we would probably get jumped by spiders while we are checking the quest. Yeah, it goes back to Mebok, Miserix, and Ratchet. Oh, goblins. I guess this doesn't stop magic attacks? Physical damage only, okay. The importance of reading. I swear we needed something from like a thunder lizard at some point for maybe it's for a quest in the Barrens.
I need to get close.
Just gonna fight this guy and see if he drops anything for us.
I can't cast that yet.
Nothing, but we can skin him. Medium leather. That's good. It's gonna sell for a bit more. Oh man, one day guys, we might have a mount. I'm getting to that point where I am very much ready to go a little bit faster through the world, you know what I mean? I think you do. 'Cause this is a lot of running. We're not, I can't tell if we're on course. I feel like we're more on course than we've been on any other classic character. 4 gold, so where does that, what do we need? Only 96 more golds to go. Plus all the gold we're going to blow on all of our abilities that we... And someone has reminded me, I keep forgetting that we have to train portals. So thank you for that, because that's going to make life a lot easier once I remember to visit the portal trainer. And then I also have to remember to buy reagents, because to open those portals you need a specific reagent, which is an item that gets used while casting the spell. So you have to make sure you have enough of them while you're out in the field if you're going to want to teleport around to... I think Undercity and Orgrimmar we can teleport to. I think eventually we could probably portal the Thunderbluff as well, I don't know. Maybe we'd have to go to the portal trainer in each location to learn that city's portal. That makes sense, and it will probably be the case, we'll find out. I could probably be using Blink on cooldown and that would help a little bit, but honestly, a mount's what's needed.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
I think I wouldn't mind walking as much if there were more interactions and things going on in the world. I think about in Outward how the enemy creatures in the world interact with each other. Like sometimes you'll just see bandits getting attacked by a pearl bird. I think if the environments and NPCs had more, you know, interactions like that, like random interactions they could have that you could see while running through the world, you might not get as burned out of that slower pace of travel because there would be more to see and do and interact with. You'd also have to add the more to do, you know, like more things to find. Hide some like really good stuff in treasure chests instead of junk. Things like that. Hide some secret entrances to randomly generated cave dungeons with randomly generated at-level enemies. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot you can do. And when I think about World of Warcraft Classic, and I kind of think like, where does the game have to go? You know, we're already talking about now they're sending out surveys to ask people how they would like to see the Burning Crusade Classic implemented in the future. different methods of having specific servers or doing character transfers. So we're obviously at least getting Burning Crusade, but where does it stop? You know, Classic is finite. Classic is not retail. It doesn't keep changing and growing. We know where it goes, right? We've been down that road. I guess if you haven't, it'd be, you know, you could relive that whole journey, but for those of us who have played in every expansion, it's an interesting proposition to think about. What is the future of this game? Does it perhaps need different new content added to its core framework, not just the same expansions? That's what I think. Let's see. Bravely done. We may ultimately need the wisdom of the Tauren Elders to calm the spirits of Stone Talon, but ridding the venture company of its personnel is a good first move against them.
Go forth to victory.
The spirits of Stone Talon still rage. I fear we may never soothe them. Okay, what else do we need to do? Elder Crone. To truly tend the spirits of Stone Talon, we must consult the Tauren Elders. I do not know many of their leaders' names, but I do know of one, Magatha. I have heard that she is very old, and she knows much. If anyone can marshal spiritual aid from the Tauren, it is she. Magatha resides in the Tauren capital of Thunderbluff on Elder Rise, the city's northeastern bluff. Speak with Magatha and tell her of this peril of Stone Talon Mountain. We're gonna have to go to to Thunderbluff eventually, and then shredding machines. There is a relation to the spiritual magic of shamans and the natural magic of druids. This is why we shaman can hear the plea of the spirits of Stone Talon. Many of their whisperings are lost to me, but one message, one vision, is clear. I saw a vision of two man-shaped machines in Windshear Crag, northwest of the Great Wood Vale, felling trees with impossible speed. These metal beasts must be stopped. In my vision, the machines were marked with strange symbols. XT4 and XT9. We know where one of those is.
Strength.
Alright, so, clearly, we're not done in Stone Talon. Elder Crone is green. Shredding machines we could do. We're going to turn in further instructions. Before we come back here to see if that chains into another quest in Stone Talon. There's so many other kinds of venture company as far as what their names are that we could be sent out on another kill quest. Do we have anything that turns in Crossroads? I don't think so. I think our two quests turn in down in Ratchet, so let's jump on a flight here.
Loktar for the Horde.
What I would like to see personally was I think like, yes, definitely do the Burning Crusade Classic, and then after that maybe you take it in a different direction and you start doing some plus content to the game. And it's fine if you want to make those different servers where people can stay with the core classic content and not have that new experience. But all the assets they need to crank out like really fast, really good development already exist. A small team could work on like new classic plus content and still be able to put out a shitload of content. You know, we're not talking about creating full motion videos or in-game cinematics. We're just talking about making actual content. Some dungeons, some randomly generated content that we can kind of single player farm, maybe like the Tower of Torghast coming in Shadowlands, or the visions that already exist in 8.3. Give us something like that maybe, and just add more content to the game as it is, instead of just releasing every single expansion in sequence the way we've already done over the course of 14 years.
Yo!
Let's see. Further instructions. Physics, huh? Can't say I trust him, but this information seems good enough. What I wouldn't give to have the venture company out of my hair. They do come up with some good machines though. I can't deny that we've benefited from using some of their improvements. Here we go. We're going to have a follow-up. The matter of this gnome that has been hired by the venture company has caused a bit of a stir in Undermine. The trade princes do not approve of Razdunk's consorting with this Garenzo. Riddlevox has asked me to take care of the problem, and I'm sure he was instructed to do so by one or more of the trade princes. Of course, the director didn't tell me that. Let's just say I have a hunch. Whatever the case, Garenzo must be removed, and it would be a fitting test to have physics take care of him. Bring the new orders to Ziz Physics.
Keep it real.
Alright guys, so we are going back, obviously. Let's go ahead and take a break here though. When we come back, we will... Well, let's turn in... Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's turn in deep moss spider eggs. This might chain as well, but either way, we're going to be going right back into Stone Talon, it looks like.
Yo!
Let's see. We did get the eggs. You got them, thank you. I'll have these sent to Dizzywig and get them shipped to Booty Bay. I can already taste the profit. Here's your cut. I couldn't have made this deal without you. Yeah, okay, right on.
Glad I could help.
Hey, Varligan, don't forget to grab a crate and a manual and a command stick. Who's he talking to?
Time is money.
What
friend.
else do we have to turn in here? Oh, look at that. I forgot that we had completed these because they weren't being tracked over here. Great, you got it. I can't wait to try it out. This is going to make me a fortune. I just know it. This guy's all about making money.
Keep it real.
I'm not as interested in quests that don't have any real lore implications, I guess. But you need to have some, obviously. I'd say in that case, like, try to make the characters more interesting. And try to make, like, what they're doing a little more interesting. There are lots of ways to do that, even if you're only working with text. It's called writing better. Alright, let us take a break here. Like I said, when we come back, we're going to go right into Stone Talon. By the time we're like level 24 or so, we are going to be going into Hillsbred, so we will see how much we can get done in Stone Talon. I think I'll do a little bit of research and just see what the entry levels are for Hillsbred, and then make a determination about when we want to go there, but it will be soon. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too. I hope you guys are safe and well out there in the world, and as always, thank you so much for joining me. It really does mean a lot. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.